Kami daripada kumpulan 6 akan menerangkan mengenai tajuk projek kami, System Posture Assessment SPA, Penetration Testing to check vulnerabilities exist on a system. Ahli-ahli dalam kumpulan kami, Azrin Syam, Uzai dan saya Afifah. Okey, untuk introduction, the Security Posture Assessment SPA exercise has been known to be a method of complying security controls as stated in 12.6.1 Control of Technical Vulnerabilities under ISO IEC 27001 ISMS standard. It is very crucial that the current network infrastructure and system are assessed, vulnerabilities identified and recommended countermeasures implemented in order to mitigate the risk of confidentiality, integrity and availability CIA of information system being compromised. Next. For background, the vulnerabilities assessment was conducted on Department of Bahagian Istiadat and Urusetia Persidangan Antarabangsa BIUPA internally and externally servers. Below are the servers and IP address involved in this penetration test. Server system e-invite, the IP address 10.20.168.14. Server daftar surat 10.20.168.13, server sistem kurnia 10.20.168.11. Ini merupakan bahagian hadapan login untuk ketiga-tiga sistem tersebut. For objective, several objectives have been set and must be met. The objective of this project must meet the criteria that have been set below. Select the system to be scanned by the Nessus system. Extract vulnerability data found by Nessus system and record the data for the purpose of correction by the relevant parties to meet the security criteria that have been set. Scope or phases. The penetration test involves 4 main phases, which are the following: planning, discovery, attack, and reporting. For planning, the planning phases is where the scope for the assignment is defined. Management approvals, documents and agreements like NDA, non-disclosure agreements, are signed. The penetration testing team prepares a definite strategy for the assignment. Existing security policies, industry standards, best practice will be some of the inputs towards defining the scope for the test. These phases usually consist of all the activities that are needed to be performed prior to commencement of the actual penetration test. There are various factors that need to be considered to execute a properly planned controlled attack. Unlike the hacker, a penetration tester has lots of limitations when executing a test. Hence, proper planning is needed for a successful penetration test. For the discovery phase is where the actual testing starts. It can be regarded as an information gathering phase. This phase can be further categorized as follows: footprinting phase, scanning and enumeration phase, and vulnerability analysis phase. The process of footprinting is a completely non-intrusive activity performed in order to get the maximum possible information available about the target organization and its system using various means, both technical as well as non-technicals. A penetration tester must utilize this phase as much as possible and be creative enough in identifying various loopholes and try to explore every possible aspect that could lead to relevant information leakage about the target organization in the shortest time possible. After successfully identifying the target systems and gathering the required details from the above phase, a penetration tester should try to find any possible vulnerabilities existing in each target system. During this phase, a penetration tester may use automated tools to scan the target system for known vulnerabilities. These tools will usually have their own database consisting of latest vulnerabilities and their details. The last stage in the entire activity is the reporting stage. This stage can occur in parallel to the other three stages or at the end of the attack stage. Many penetration testers do not concentrate on this stage and follow a hurried approach to make all the submissions. But this stage is probably the most important of all the phases. After all, the organization is paying you for this final document. The final report must be prepared keeping in mind both management as well as technical aspect, detailing all the findings with proper graph, figures, so as to convey a proper presentation of the vulnerabilities and its impact to the business of the target organization. An executive summary, probably a one-page document describing in brief the activities performed, findings, and high-level recommendation should be given. Based on these findings, the cost of implementation of the recommendation will eventually be made. Untuk slide yang seterusnya, Azrin Syam akan present.
Okey, terima kasih Puan Afifah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Okay, saya Azrin Syam bin Samsudin. Okay, saya akan menerangkan sedikitlah poin-poin yang berkaitan dengan vulnerability penetration testing ni. Okay, dalam topik solution, terbahagi kita buat scanning tu untuk 3 rating risiko lah. Antaranya critical dalam modul critical, high dan juga medium. Dalam sebab tu scanning tu memang ada terdapat untuk level low dan juga untuk information kepada pentester punya itulah, tapi sampel yang kami collect untuk buat reporting dan juga buat pembentangan ni iaitu rating kepada untuk critical, high dan juga medium. Okey, dalam rating kepada critical, total host compromise. This type of vulnerability may provide an attacker access into the network or host, obtain super user access or allow bypassing of a firewall. Vulnerability that open the possibility of immediate unauthorized access into a machine with privilege to modify and create information within the system. It breach the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the network or system. Okay, further impact of the level of vulnerabilities may affect the operation of the business unit, cause service disruption or denial of service, and allow potential attacker to obtain control over device and infrastructure. Okay, rating yang kedua iaitu high. This type of vulnerability may cause network and system setting and configuration to be changed, thus may cause network or host compromise. Vulnerability which provide unauthorized access to information residing on a network or system without privilege to modify, alter the information. It breach the confidentiality and availability on the network or system. Further impact on a higher level of vulnerability may affect the performance of supporting system of the business unit, however, does not cause denial of service or service disruption, and cause partial disclosure of information. Okey, seterusnya iaitu rating medium lah. Rating medium ni iaitu recognition. This type of vulnerability may give the attacker information that may lead to the exploitation of other vulnerabilities. Vulnerability which provide a malicious user access to information residing on a system for recognition which can be used to launch attack to the system. It breach the confidentiality and availability on the network or system. The vulnerability usually do not have any direct impact on the affected device. Okey, seterusnya untuk point literature review lah. The basic process used in penetration testing is simple. Attempt to compromise the security of the mechanism undergoing the test. Penetration was among the first activities performed when security concerns were raised many years ago. The basic process used in penetration testing is simple. In earlier years, computer network operating system with their access control mechanism were the most suitable component for penetration testing because operating system is the core component of a machine and so more exposed to security threat. Okay, the major advance in penetration testing technology have been made by the IT security practitioner, while indeed software tools were written with the IT security professional as its principal user. The earliest penetration testing process were highly and manually intensive, while later automatic process start to be utilized for clearly reduced cost. The result of such a test is analyzed and then countermeasures are taken to patch any possible weakness. There usually exist two types of penetration tests: white box test, in which system implementation is known to the tester and expected result derived from a clear choice of an input, while a black box test is conducted only knowing a resource like an IP address of a host inside the network. Will continue with the analysis of new platform that brought penetration testing toward a more automatic way of working. We have then evaluate a long list of tools sort by category, but more attention has been dedicated to vulnerable scanner through a more extended review of tools like Nessus. Consider the world leader in active scanner. Okay, seterusnya iaitu sistem design and concept lah. Okay, kumpulan kami menggunakan scanner untuk vulnerabilities ni iaitu Nessus software lah, under Tenable lah. Dia banyak sistem scanner ni yang berada digunakan oleh pentest secara luas lah. Tim kami pick up menggunakan Nessus lah. Okay, when you launch scan Nessus, Nessus goes through a series of step. Ni antara step-step yang diguna pakai oleh Nessus lah. Okay, step 1, Nessus will thrive the scan setting. Okay, step 2, perform host discovery to determine the host that are up. Okay, step 3, perform a port scan of each host that is discovered to be up. So, maknanya kita bila kita dah install engine ni dalam LAN network, so Nessus akan scan port yang host yang kita target untuk kita buat scanning lah. Okay, seterusnya step 4, perform service detection. Okay, dalam step ni dia akan detect lah servis-servis apa yang diguna pakai oleh sistem-sistem yang kita scan tu, dan kemudian tu dia akan elaborate reporting lah untuk kita buat pengujian nanti. Okay, seterusnya step 5 perform operating system detection. Step 6 iaitu run each host against a database of known vulnerability and an attempt to discover which host contain which vulnerabilities. Okay, ni adalah macam saya cerita tadi lah, gambar raja scanning step yang diguna pakai oleh Nessus. Okey, seterusnya saya akan menunjukkan bersedikit lah macam mana kita mengguna pakai Nessus untuk kita scan dalam sistem yang dah kita kenal pasti. Boleh kita tentukan apa vulnerability yang terdapat pada sistem yang secaranya macam terus dipakai oleh departmen saya lah, iaitu bahagian istiadat dan urus sistem antarabangsa Jabatan Perdana Menteri. Okey, ni adalah antara muka depan web page sistem yang kumpulan kami buat scanning lah. Yang ini iaitu okey, yang ni 10.20.168.13 ni iaitu sistem daftar surat. Sistem daftar surat ni itu diguna pakai oleh bahagian pentadbiran dan juga usaha pejabat lah untuk rekod surat masuk dan keluar lah. Okey, yang seterusnya ni e-invite ni melibatkan sistem jemputan sewaktu program-program kerajaan lah yang diguna pakai oleh di bawah Jabatan Perdana Menteri lah. Okey, seterusnya iaitu yang ni sistem kurniaan. Sistem kurniaan ni adalah salah satu sistem yang agak kritikal dia punya security dia, di mana sistem melibatkan penganugerahan pingat yang akan diberikan oleh Persatuan, iaitu di bawah yang di-Pertuan Agong lah. So sistem ni memang agak strict lah kalau kita perlu cari kelemahan-kelemahan vulnerability untuk mengenal pasti kelemahan, di mana kalau pihak luar dalam cubaan untuk mengeksploitasi kita punya sistem ni agak kritikal lah. Maknanya maklumat-maklumat sulit tu akan terlepas pada pihak-pihak yang tidak berkaitan. Okey, seterusnya, okey, ni adalah muka depan sistem Nessus apps lah, Nessus app, iaitu vulnerability scanner yang kami guna pakai lah. Okay, saya akan demo sikit lah. Okey. Ni adalah paparan sistem dalam modul MyScan. Ni dalam modul MyScan ni adalah sistem-sistem yang host yang telah di-scan oleh kumpulan kami untuk kami buat rumusan apa kaedah perjumpaan finding vulnerable yang terdapat dalam tiga sistem yang disebutkan sebelum ni lah. Okey. Sebelum mula tu kita akan buat untuk new scan lah. Ini saya demo je lah sebab kami dah buat scanning. Okey, ini demo. Okey, new scan. Okey, kami guna pakai modul vulnerabilities untuk basic network scan lah. Di mana basic network scan ni dia scan fully apa keseluruhan vulnerable yang terdapat dalam host-host yang kami buat untuk finding vulnerable tu lah. Dalam tu juga ada advanced scan, advanced dynamic, malware, mobile, web application test, credential patch audit, backlog detection, bash shell shock detection, drone detection, Intel ARM security bypass, shadow broker scan, Spectre and Meltdown and WannaCry ransomware. So jadi kita boleh specifykan kita nak scan tu dalam plot mana lah. So maknanya kurang kami ni dalam basic configuration kami menggunakan modul basic network scan lah. Okay. Seterusnya saya tunjukkan, okay, ni adalah contoh yang pihak kami, saya telah jalankan scanning pada 18 Julai yang lalu, iaitu yang pertama ni ada projek sistem penggunaan ni, iaitu sistem Ikonia tu lah, yang dia punya sistem ni IP host dia .11 tu lah. Okay, seterusnya yang kedua ni e-daftar surat lah. E-daftar surat tu yang kita scan sistem ni lah. Host dia IP.13, so maknanya Nessus akan scanning keseluruhan apa yang terdapat vulnerabilities lah. Okay, yang seterusnya my basic network scan lah. Okay, saya akan demo sikit lah. Okay, keseluruhan apabila ni .14 ni sistem invite. Apabila kita allocate untuk kita scanning pada server ataupun host yang kita nak buat finding vulnerable, so keseluruhan apa yang pihak kami, tim kami lakukan, itu terdapat banyak vulnerabilities, antaranya 18 vulnerable dalam kategori kritikal, risiko yang kritikal lah. Okay, 33 dalam kategori high. So satu lagi dalam kategori medium terdapat 63 finding yang dijumpai lah. Juga terdapat satu low risiko dan juga 46 information ni maknanya dia just bagi kita panduan apa yang kita perlu buat kat atas sistem kita lah. Okay, saya tunjuklah sikit apa yang kita antaranya dalam kategori saya sharingkan, maknanya daripada sistem ni kita juga boleh launch report lah, dalam format HTML dan juga CSV, tapi dalam format CSV tu kita nampak just plain text lah, so kita tak nampak yang mana color ni memainkan peranan untuk kita tentukan sama ada apa di dalam kategori kritikal ke dalam kategori orang cakap high ke ataupun dalam kategori medium lah. Okey, ini dalam kategori kritikal yang sistem telah scan, antaranya macam PHP multiple issues, OpenSSL, Apache HTTP server. Dia betul macam ni, multiple vulnerable ghost lah. Dia menjumpai PHP yang diguna pakai adalah PHP yang agak lama, version lama. So jadinya suggestion dia kita kena upgrade lah. Okay, itulah sedikit review berkenaan dengan Nessus lah. Okay, seterusnya ahli kumpulan kami seorang lagi, Ahmad Uzair lah. Dia akan menerangkan sedikit finding apa yang dijumpai dalam sistem-sistem itu. Kita ambil sampel finding berkenaan dengan apa vulnerable, iaitu dalam kategori critical, high dan medium. Okay, terima kasih.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, dan terima kasih kepada sahabat saya Azrin Syam. Okey, untuk part saya kita akan terangkan berkaitan dengan example finding yang apabila Nexus ni lakukan penetration test, dia akan tengok jenis-jenis result dan severity yang keluar untuk vulnerabilities. Okey, contoh yang nombor satu ni adalah OpenSSL punya issue. Okey, severity dia adalah critical. Kemudian yang kedua adalah PHP punya multiple vulnerabilities atau ghost juga dikategorikan dalam severity critical. Dan contoh seterusnya adalah Apache multiple vulnerabilities punya isu. Okey, yang ni Nexus kategorikan sebagai high dan seterusnya PHP 5.5 punya RCE issue juga dikategorikan sebagai high dan seterusnya SSL version 2 dan 3 protocol detection dikategorikan sebagai high dan untuk medium ada Apache punya DOS issue, SSL certificate cannot be trusted punya issue dan terminal services doesn't use network level authentication only. Ketiga-tiga ni dikategorikan sebagai severity medium. Okey, di belah kiri ni adalah hasil screenshot daripada sistem Nexus di mana dia tunjuk percentage based on severity vulnerability issue tu. Next. Okey, di sini hasil screen capture daripada sistem Nexus juga di mana ditunjukkan summary finding untuk setiap host yang telah dipenetrate dan result vulnerabilities yang keluar daripada sistem tersebut. Contoh untuk host IP 10, 20, 168, 11 iaitu sistem kurniaan persekutuan BIUPA. Okey, disenaraikan sini terdapat 18 critical punya severity dan untuk high 43, medium adalah 92, low adalah 1 dan sekadar info adalah 69. Okey, dan seterusnya untuk host IP 10.20.168.13 iaitu untuk sistem pendaftaran surat BIUPA, untuk severity class critical adalah sebanyak 18, untuk severity class high adalah 41, untuk severity class medium adalah 70 dan untuk severity class low adalah 1 dan info adalah 43. Next. Okey, dan yang terakhir adalah untuk sistem e-invite BIUPA iaitu host IP-nya adalah 10.20.168.14. Severity class untuk criticalnya adalah sebanyak 18. Untuk severity class high-nya adalah 33 dan untuk severity class mediumnya adalah untuk medium adalah 63. Untuk kategori low adalah 1 dan infonya adalah 45. Next. Okey, hasil finding yang untuk critical sebagai contoh dalam slide ni kami hanya pamerkan summary-nya sahaja iaitu description, impact dan recommendation. Tapi kalau kita tengok dekat Nexus sendiri, dia akan ada info yang lebih detail lah untuk user atau penetration tester tu lihat. Syam boleh tolong buka ke tadi tu Nexus? Okey. Okey, atas sikit. Okey, sebagai contoh tadi dekat bahagian sinopsis yang bawah sikit. Okey, di sini contoh untuk isu OpenSSL encoder negative zero value handling RCE. Di sini dia akan keluarkan sinopsis, the remote service is affected by remote code execution vulnerability. Okey, di bawah tu dia sertakan sekali description according to its banner, the remote host is running a version of OpenSSL 1.0.1 prior to 1.1.0.10. It is therefore affected by a remote code execution vulnerability in the ASN.1 encoder due to underflow condition that occurs when attempting to encode the value 0 represented as a negative integer. An unauthenticated remote attacker can exploit this to corrupt memory, resulting in execution of arbitrary code. Okey, di sini disertakan sekali solution. Contoh di sini diberikan upgrade to OpenSSL version 1.0.10 or later. Dan di sini dibagi tahu juga risk factor dia adalah critical. Okay, balik kepada slide. Okay, untuk slide ni kita just bagikan summary je lah. Untuk contoh macam ni untuk OpenSSL punya issue, multiple vulnerabilities. Description dia adalah a denial of service vulnerability exists due to improper handling of invalid username, multiple memory corruption issue, dan impactnya adalah a remote attacker can exploit this as a special crafted username. Kemudian adalah remote attacker to cause a denial of service condition or the execution of arbitrary code. A remote attacker can exploit this to decrypt the TLS connection by utilizing previously captured traffic and weak cryptography. The recommendation daripada sistem adalah it is recommended to upgrade to OpenSSL version 1.0.1s or later. Seterusnya. Okey, seterusnya adalah untuk severity critical juga. Isu yang dijumpai adalah isu PHP 5.5 multiple vulnerabilities atau dipanggil sebagai GHOST. Okey, description yang diberikan daripada Nexus punya apps adalah heap based buffer overflow flaw in the GNU C library due to improperly validating user supplied input in the glibc function. A use after free flow exists in the function. Dan disertakan sekali lah location file yang affected tersebut. Dan impactnya adalah a remote attacker to cause a buffer overflow resulting in a denial of service condition. Attacker can exploit this to access sensitive information or crash applications linked to PHP. A remote attacker can exploit this via specially crafted XML data. Recommendation adalah it is recommended to upgrade to PHP version 5.5.22 or later. Seterusnya untuk severity class high. Okey, perkara yang dibuat adalah Apache 2.2 multiple vulnerabilities. Descriptionnya adalah an authentication bypass vulnerability exists due to third-party modules using the app get basic authentication password function outside of the authentication phase. A null pointer difference flaw exists due to third-party module calls the mode SSL AP hook process connection function during an HTTP request to an HTTPS port. Impactnya adalah a remote attacker can exploit this to bypass authentication requirement. Remote desktop can exploit this to cause a denial of services condition, especially crafted header sequence and specially crafted content type response header. The recommendation adalah it is recommended to upgrade to Apache version 2.2.33 developer or 2.4.26 or later. Seterusnya untuk vulnerability high juga adalah PHP process nested data RCE issue. According to its banner, the version of PHP 5.5 installed on the remote host is prior to 5.5.20. It is therefore affected by a use after free error in the process nested data function within the extension standard var unserializer.re due to improper handling of duplicate keys within the serialized properties of an object. Impactnya adalah a remote attacker using a specially crafted call to the unserialized method can exploit this flaw to execute arbitrary code on the system. Recommendation adalah to upgrade PHP version 5.5.20 or later. Next adalah isu berkaitan dengan SSL version 2 and 3 protocol detection. Description yang keluar daripada Nexus adalah an insecure padding scheme with CBC ciphers, insecure session renegotiation and resumption schemes. Impactnya adalah an attacker can exploit these flaws to conduct man-in-the-middle attack or to decrypt communication between the affected service and clients. Other than that, allows an attacker to downgrade a connection, such as in Poodle. Recommendation daripada Nexus, it is recommended that these protocols to be disabled entirely or consult the application documentation to disable SSL 2.0 and 3.0. Use TLS 1.2 with approved cipher suits or higher instead. Seterusnya adalah Apache 2.4 DDoS issue. Description: by sending continuous setting frames of maximum size and ongoing HTTP to connection could be kept busy and would never time out. Impact: this can be abused for a DOS on the server. This only affect a server that has enabled the H2 protocol. Recommendation: upgrade to Apache version 2.435 or later. Next is SSL certificate cannot be trusted. Still categorized as medium severity. Description: the top of certificate chain sent by server might not be descended from a non-public certificate authority. The certificate chain may contain a certificate that is not valid at the time of the scan. The certificate chain may contain a signature that either didn't match the certificate information or could not be verified. If the remote host is a public host in production, any break in the chain make it more difficult for user to verify the authenticity and identify of the web server. This could make it easier to carry out man-in-the-middle attack against the remote host. Recommendation: to purchase or generate proper SSL certificate for this service. Next. Issue with terminal services doesn't use network level authentication, NLA only. Description: the remote terminal service is not configured to use network level authentication, NLA only. NLA uses the Credential Security Support Provider, CRIP SSP, protocol to perform strong server authentication either through TLS, SSL, or Kerberos mechanism. Impact: it is possible to which protect against man-in-the-middle attack. Recommendation: to enable network level authentication NLA on the remote RDP server. This is generally done on the remote tab of the system setting on Windows. Okay, for problem phase, there are several problem phase, which is number one is logical flow. Penetration testing on website comes with a set of challenges. Websites act differently. This often leads to dramatic changes in the penetration testing process. For example, some websites might require visitors to go through a verification process before they can redirect to the main page, while others might require no authentication at all. This obviously impacts the testing process. Secondly, session current state management. One of the common problems for professionals conducting tests is to stay logged into a particular system while testing it. Developers use a wide array of tracking systems to monitor traffic inflow into different software. Therefore, testers are required to manually define limitations according to the specific software testing parameter. More than often, attacking the software to check vulnerability will result in invalidation of the current session. Number three is custom URLs. Another challenge faced during the penetration test for our team is web application is the presence of different URLs that act in varying ways when implemented. While some of them are quite straightforward and can be tested in simpler methods, others expose testers to a dramatic number of possibilities in the types of attack that should be tested. Last but not least is false positive or false negative. It is often becomes close to impossible to pinpoint the vulnerability that is associated with a specific software. In addition to that, there is always the possibility of creating an attack for the test process that leads to a false positive or negative signal. Therefore, working further becomes difficult as the result of merely real. This often leads to overlooking underlying key problems. That these are some of the most important challenges faced by testers when performing penetration tests on website, web application, and software. As for the conclusion, all we can say is penetration tests offer unparalleled insight into an organization's security effectiveness, as well as roadmap for enhancing security. by hiring experts to simulate a cyber attack, vulnerabilities can be identified and corrected before they are exploited by a hacker or a malicious insider. Itu saja daripada pasukan daripada tim kami. Terima kasih dan selamat malam.
Okay, good luck.